What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video. And since our boy DSP is on vacation and on PTO from a hard week of work, I decided I have some time now and I can put my thoughts together in a video regarding DSP and his React channel and how DSP has actually become the very thing he despises. So essentially what I did was I put a couple clips together of Phil's past statements, his current statements, and I wanted to focus on several aspects of the DSP React content. And mainly the focus is just looking at what Phil has said in the past and how, again, he became the very thing he hated. And I'll touch on each aspect. I'll give you a little video clip on each one. It's about a 5-parter. And yeah, so let's get into it, peoples. Okay, so right here is the title of the piece. The overall theme is how DSP became the very thing he despised. And the first video here is what I believe actually started Phil on this path. So as we know, Phil has always hated React content. He's always hated anything that pushes him out of his comfort zone. He just wants to go into his office, play video games, beg, and expect his dents to provide him with money, memberships, super chats, you name it. That is Phil's MO. And if he can do that till the day he passes, he would be, it would be like a pig in slop. He would be very happy. But of course, he's realized that eventually that well is going to dry up, and he has to, what he quote unquote called, diversify his content. And I'm sorry to tell you, Phil, but you're about 7 years late and you're always late to the party. That's another problem here. But what I wanted to do is I have a clip here of Phil talking about the vest streak and when it ended. And I think we could, if you try to find a point in time where that led Phil to where he's at now, I think it was the vest streak. And let me play the clip and then I will provide my commentary over it.
All right, all. That's it. There's no tip. People are screaming, there's tips. There's no tips coming. If there were tips coming, they all would have already happened, guys. That's it. The vest streak officially ended tonight. All right, guys. All right. Thank you. Have a good night. I will see you all on Wednesday. Hygienic streamer tips. I'm not going to sit here and tell you about what planned meals for this whole week. In fact, I can't even answer that because we don't have. That's what I'm doing tonight. I'm planning meals with my wife tonight. Ninstar Woon Cheers, I told you Paper Mario was shit, it killed the streak. No, I don't think Paper Mario killed the streak. I think me being sick killed the streak. I do. Because I think that it threw everything off. We had a consistent schedule of new releases, and people would have come to check out the new releases, and it would have been consistent, and it's not now because of it. Okay? Alright, guys. That's it. Have a good night. Have a good day tomorrow. And I'll see you all on Wednesday when we figure out what the hell we're going to do. If we're going to reset it, or if that's just the end of it, we don't care about it anymore. You know, Sparring King Cheers. How many people are actually going to buy the consoles and buy the better console and not just what they have for previous gens? What? I don't know what that even means. I don't even know what that means. Thank you for the cheer. All right, guys. Have a good night. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Okay, so as you guys can see there, this was the vest streak, and the day it ended back, I think it was December, about 2 years ago, I'm not sure. But anyway, he was on Twitch. This was before he was banned on Twitch. And you could just hear the disgust and how upset he was that a 260-day streak, I believe it was 200, I'm not sure if it was 276 days or 276 streams. Either way. Phil made roughly about $30,000 on this vest streak, and this was great positivity that Phil saw. And I think getting that kind of support, getting that kind of tips money on the regular, it really helped Phil out, and it allowed Phil to do what Phil likes to do, which of course is WWE champions, Jin, DoorDash, all that stuff. It gave him that cushion, satisfaction that he can still make his Twitch money, he can still make his ad revenue on YouTube, and then he has all this extra income from the vest streak to spend it on whatever the hell he wants to spend it on, right? So I think that was the pinpoint of where Phil started to devolve, in his terms, into trying to find a way to milk content, trying to make more money. And I think from that point on, and we'll see it. We'll see it on various things. He switched the vest streak to try to do the hat streak, and that didn't work out. And then eventually he tried to do the lore streak. Remember when he was doing Bassmaster, he did the lore streak, and that didn't work out, and he just tossed it aside. Then he tried to do bounties and challenges with Warzone, thinking that he was going to be able to milk that for months and months and months, and that failed. And I think 8Ball, I said 8Ball, yeah. So he tries all of these stupid gimmicks to try to create some type of, to try to create another streak, essentially. And if he can milk that for another 276 streams, he would be extremely happy. And being that all of those things failed and it didn't work out, Phil tried to, he tried to diversify his content, and he went into reacting. And he did get some initial support with like the June the King videos and Down the Rabbit Hole and stuff like that. And he thought, okay, people like this. It's getting way more views than any of my other crap on DSP Gaming. This might be something. And he saw that, and it just spun in his head, and he said, okay, I need to do something different. I need to diversify my content. I hate React content, but I need to make that bag. I need to make that money. And I think that's what started him on the path to being the very thing he despises. So right here, the next clip is DSP's true feeling on React content. Of course, there are tons of clips out there. This one I believe was from January 2022, I think it was, where Phil just got so annoyed at someone when they asked him about doing React content, and he just, in his typical fashion, just blew it off and was annoyed. Let's hear that.
Let's see here. Zoya did a super chat and said, instead of complaining about what others are doing, why don't you react to gaming news or gaming related things with your own take and spin? I literally just said, I feel that React content is some of the worst on the internet. It's ruining content creation because it's an easy paycheck for someone who disrespects you. And you just asked me to make some of that content. Rod by...
Okay, so we hear his thoughts, and you guys can use PicPicGo and just type in React. You just type that in, you see a whole swath of commentary of Phil going off on React content and how it's terrible, it's horrible, it's lazy. You guys have heard it and see it. You guys even watch it on my intro videos. When anytime he's talking about DSP Reacts, I clip it and show him basically, calling people that do React content lazy. And you guys know. So, yeah, that's a very big change and turn so quickly, to the point where he went from doing React content every so often on his channel to diversify, to actually deciding for this year to actually do a whole channel, basically, taking content from DSP Gaming and bring it into a new channel. And of course, we all know, and we beat this to death, to try and double dip on the memberships. That's what he did, because he did nothing different. The only thing he's doing that might be slightly different is the whole interview thing, and that is never going to happen. I am calling it now. He will never have an interview on DSP Reacts. That will never happen. You can quote duty. That's not happening. So yeah, it's a big contrast. It's a big change. So anyway, the next clip here is what I like to title "Become a Shill," or "Becoming a Shill," which of course Phil hates. Phil trashes anyone. I mean, remember his React content when he did to Wings of Redemption, and there was that PKA clip where PKA has ads on the sides, and how he ranted and raved for 20 minutes about ads on streams, on podcasts, and how he hates it and that they're shilling. You guys have heard him go off about Twitter, about on Twitter, where people post something about a game or something and they put hashtag ads, and how Phil loses his stuff whenever he sees that, right? It's not okay when other people do it, but when Phil does it, I guess it's perfectly fine. So let's just watch this clip.
That is actually coming out tomorrow. Now, initially, we had issues where all of these videos were getting flagged for ad demonetization, basically saying they didn't feel that they were ad suitable. After submitting them all for review, they were all made ad suitable. So obviously YouTube's algorithm doesn't work very well.
By the way, it is not that at all. There's something, and I'm not going to say it in this video because I really don't want to help Phil, but there is something within the YouTube when you actually upload a video. It's one thing that was modified, and I figured it out. And if you ever do get that limited monetization or ad, that little yellow sign, there's something you can easily do to fix that problem. That's why your boy do these videos are never, I never get limited ad stuff because I figured it out and I apply it to my videos and I have no problems, Phil. And I already know what it is. I know what it is, but I'm not going to state it on this video because I know you watch my content and really don't want to help you out with ad revenue, especially with the fact that I get annoyed that you talk about paying $6 more for HBO Max Premium so that you can avoid ads because you hate ads, and yet you are sitting here creating a channel called DSP Reacts where you ask people to buy memberships, and yet you still put ads on your videos. If the source income, the main source income for your channel is supposed to be memberships, damn it, don't put ads on the videos. Don't. Because it's a shame that you're asking people to pay a premium, yet they really get no benefit. They get no benefit about it. The only benefit I foresee on DSP membership, on DSP Rack membership, is you get to nominate something for him to react to, which he isn't even going to. It's a chance that he may watch it. The only way he definitely watches it is if you pay $20 a month and become an ultra supporter. And that's just utter ridiculous. Okay, let's get back to the clip.
Auto flagging stuff here that doesn't need to be demonetized, and then it gets demonetized after the fact. Kind of stinks because it means that initially the first day or two you guys were watching the Pro Jared stuff, I really didn't get anything out of it. But now everything is monetized, so as you continue to watch, or maybe you're waiting for the entire series to be live before you watch it, well, now it will be monetized. So one thing I should say, a great way to help out any content creator, not even me, is to be a YouTube Premium subscriber. And I'm not trying to shill for YouTube here, but just so you know, if you become a YouTube Premium subscriber, you avoid all advertisements on videos, and the people you watch get credit as if you watched them. In particular, for example, these videos this week that were demonetized for me, if you had YouTube Premium and watched them, I still got credit. It still counts. So I'm just saying, maybe you're someone who likes the content on this channel. If you want to help out, if you get YouTube Premium, it's going to benefit you and it benefits me as well. So think about it.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Shill. I hate shills. I hate shills. I will never be a shill. And yet you are shilling for YouTube Premium, Phil, because it benefits you. Just like you just stated right here, it benefits you. So not only do you want us to pay for memberships, not only do you want us to do your work, not only do you want us to watch your ads, but now you want us to spend an extra $10 a month for YouTube Premium just so that you can get the premium ad revenue. Sounds like a shill to me. I'm smelling it. Oh, it smells like a shill. And Phil, you are a shill. So the next time you go off on Medicare or you go off on PKA podcast for having ads or shilling a product, I'm going to point to this and just say, shut up, you're a shill, because you constantly shill for YouTube Premium just because you get that little extra ad revenue. And the funny thing is you're shilling for stupidity because you don't make that much because nobody watches your videos. Nobody watches your videos. What do you get? 1,000 views max? 1,000 views for ad revenue? You'll be lucky if you get $4. Not even, because you get about $3.50. That's what you're gonna get, Phil. $3.50. So you're sitting here shilling, going against everything you believe for $3.50. Let that sink in.
Okay.
Okay, the next clip here is regarding thumbnails. You know, Phil has talked about it over and over again about how these YouTubers, you know, how they game the algorithm and that they do stupid and pointless things, and that's why they're popular. And it's the thing to do, and Phil refuses to do that. Phil refuses to shill. Phil refuses to do stupid faces, right? Let's hear his commentary, right? And then I want to show you a little something specifically showing you how Phil has lost his way.
I'm talking cringe-worthy commentary. Them faking, you know, these affectations in their voice, over-exaggerating all the time, using lingo you know they don't use in their normal lives to try to appeal to a youthful audience on YouTube. Every single video has the stupid face on it, on the thumbnail, you know, every possible thing possible. They all do the cringeworthy shit. But I was the one who everyone crapped on over the years. I was never good enough. My camera quality wasn't good enough. My face cam wasn't good enough, or I wasn't using face cam. My commentary was terrible. My gameplay was terrible. And I watch these other content creators now. I mean, I've been watching playthroughs back as far as like 2015.
Okay, so you heard him, right? You heard him talk trash about people that do the funny faces on the thumbnail, how, you know, they do all of these gimmicks, and their gameplay is terrible, and their commentary is terrible, and Phil just is upset that people just, you know, rag on him for being terrible. And he is. People should rag on him. He's terrible. Just because other people are bad, Phil, doesn't give you the excuse to be terrible as well, Phil. And that's not a justification. You know what I mean? That's like saying, I'm a terrible person, but this person over here is more terrible. Terrible is terrible, Phil. So what I wanted to show here is, of course, you know, now that Phil is a React channel and basically is now becoming the very thing he despises, right? What do we have here on DSP Reacts? Oh my lord, look at that. Look at the funny thumbnails. Look at the stupid face. Look at Phil's face. Surprise. Oh my god, I'm so surprised at Pro Jared. Oh my god, look. And then the bad thing is he uses the same super stupid thumbnail for each part. But let's see, maybe that's a one-off. Oh my god, look at that. What's that, Phil? What's that? Look at that. Look at Phil. Look at Phil with that face and that stupid cowboy hat. Look at him with all of these locales or whatever the heck they are in the background, right? To me, that sounds like a clickbait thumbnail, Phil. And then you keep using it for the same thing. Let's see what else. And yeah, your React thing is just you with a stupid face. Look how dumb that face is. Look at him. Look at him. He looks like he's constipated. Let's see what else. Let's see what else, Phil. Oh, more Pro Jared. Look, Cookie Monster. He's not a Muppet. Yeah, he's not a children's entertainer. Yeah, so that's it. So yes, so Phil has now become the very thing he despises and he trashes when it comes to thumbnails and cringeworthy faces and, you know, all that stuff. So let's keep going.
No, but honestly, yeah, I think sticking to my morals and being the kind of person that I am has definitely put me behind everyone else on online as a content creator. While everyone else just did whatever. We know what it is? They call it making the bag, right? And I don't care about that at all. I don't make the bag. I don't. I just put out content, and I hope that you enjoy the content. And my viewers tell me they do. Why would I still be here? Why would I be making a living if the content I put out people didn't want to see? Correct? But you know, to some extent, I absolutely have to say, you know, if I had been like everyone else, I did every opportunity to make money over the years. I sold out. I kissed ass. And I did everything possible. I totally would be a different person today. I'd be probably rich. A hell of a lot more famous. I wouldn't be hated by people over the internet. It would have been a totally different situation if I just played the game. Because I was in a situation probably around 11, 12 years ago where if I just played the game, I would be set for life, you know?
Okay, folks. Now, this one is the final one, and it is Phil trying to make the bag. Now, you heard him here. I believe this was in October, in October or November when he first started playing Call of Duty. And of course, you know, this was before he decided to do the React channel, I'm thinking. And of course, you know, he goes on and he hates people that want to make the bag, you know, and this all ties back to the whole DSP Reacts and how people are trying to make the bag. And here we are, Phil, not only a few months later, and you have something called DSP Reacts, where every single aspect I just talked about, shilling, making the bag, thumbnails, you know, just all of those things that I touched on this video, Phil, you have done all of those things. And that's why, folks, Phil has become the very, very thing he's hated. Yep, he has. And there's no changing it. Well, I think he's going to have to be forced to change it because this React thing is just not working out. And I think probably in October, November, he'll talk about rebranding and changing the channel for 2024 and how everyone has told him that they want a one-stop shop of DSP game, you know, DSP on DSP gaming. So he's moving everything back and basically shutting off DSP Reacts again. That's my bet, I'm pretty sure. But of course, again, you know, I think we've pinpointed the point where Phil, you know, started contemplating shilling and all that. And I think it all goes back to the vest streak. He's always trying to find that new thing to replace the vest streak, and he just hasn't. And I think he believes that this DSP React channel will be it. And of course, he's doing all of the things that everyone that does a React channel, you know, shilling, thumbnails, stupid faces, making, you know, trying to get that bag. He's doing everything that he hates. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.